Hello out there, welcome to another edition of Karlton Says Real Talk, where we are talking to, your favorite actors, actresses, reality stars, and we even have some writers and directors here. And today we have a special guest. He's the writer and director of the film The Last Fall, and he also has a new web series called Almost 30. Let's welcome to the show here, Mr. Matthew Cherry. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you, first of all, for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us. We really definitely appreciate it.
Oh, no worries, man. Glad. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, let's start off. For those who may not know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from, where you went to college, just whatever information you want to let us know.
Yeah, well, my name is Matthew A. Cherry. I am a writer, director from Chicago originally. Went to the University of Akron, played 3 years in the NFL, and now I'm a filmmaker. And, shot this movie called The Last Fall a couple of years ago. It just came out on DVD a few weeks back, and, yeah.
Cool. Well, you did. Well, you just mentioned that you played a little bit in the NFL. Like, what team did you play for? And tell us about that experience.
Yeah. Well, I was with several teams actually. I was kind of more of a journeyman, but I was a wide receiver. Played for the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Panthers. Did a brief stint in NFL European in the CFL from 04 to 06. And so, yeah, pretty unique thing.
So how's that experience actually playing professional football?
Well, it's kind of what the movie is about. It was interesting. There was this kind of big perception that, everybody that makes it into the league is like this millionaire and just life is sweet. And, I played ball my entire life, since I was 5 or 6 years old, and, making it to the league, and it just wasn't all that I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? They say the average career is 3 years, and I definitely played 3 years, on the dot. And, a lot of it is just, a lot of it is political, but, also a lot of it is just, it's a numbers game. They're always looking for somebody that's faster, stronger, and younger than you. And, me going to a small school just kind of already was set up for me not to, be there long. So, but, just happy now that I was able to kind of transition into a, life beyond ball, which a lot of guys aren't able to do.
Cool. Well, now let's go a little further here. Now, how did you transition from football into the television and film industry?
Well, luckily, I've been lucky to kind of be able to be a part of a lot of diversity programs. This one in particular is called Street Lights. They basically, it was basically this nonprofit organization that kind of gives opportunities to men and women of color who want to become production assistants and kind of get a foot in the door in the entertainment industry, kind of at the lowest level, and kind of work, and then if you do well, you can work your way up. And, I kind of saw that as my only end. And so I applied, and luckily I was able to get in, and, just kind of really just, took some years just to really just learn it from the bottom up. Didn't even really tell anybody I played ball. Just kind of came out there as like I'm a PA, and, I want to learn, and, just was able to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, and, the rest is kind of history.
Cool. Now, so while you was a PA, you had the opportunity to work on shows like Heroes and Girlfriends and The Game. I did a little bit of my homework or whatever, seeing some of your work, just stuff you worked on. How was it working on those types of shows, and, how did it prepare you for what you're doing right now?
No, I mean, it's an amazing experience. Definitely I learned a lot. Just being on set every day is just, a blessing, because you get to kind of see what you want to do. A lot of men and women of color don't get those opportunities to just kind of be on set.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes I'll be the only, person of color on the crew a lot of times. So it was cool to be there and to see, shows like Girlfriends and The Game and Heroes, and just kind of see how they were put together.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about your film, The Last Fall. Now you did kind of talk about it a little bit earlier. Let's kind of get more in depth with it. Like what inspired you to tell this story? I know you, like I said again, you had your ties with professional football, but like what really made you say, "Hey, I want to tell this story"?
Yeah, kind of like things I spoke on earlier. I just felt like there was a huge disconnect, a huge misperception. Felt like a lot of people felt that all athletes are just millionaires and just life is sweet. And it's really not the case for a lot of football players, in particular. And it's I found that a lot of people I would talk to, everybody thought, I was a millionaire, and everybody thought, just all these different things. And I just wanted to say, like, okay, this is a scenario that I went through. I was forced a couple times when I got released, to move back home and, kind of figure out what I wanted to do next.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was the reality for a majority of the people that I knew that played in the league. If you don't realize, the NFL is the only league that doesn't have guaranteed contracts. And you see, a lot of these guys' jerseys that are in store, your Peyton Mannings, your Chad Johnsons, your Michael Vicks, like, on a 53-man roster, maybe there's only 3 or 4 guys that are making, like, the big money like that. Everybody else is kind of check to check. And so, just wanted to kind of do something that was kind of semi-educational and then also kind of put a cool little love story with it as well.
Cool. Now, take us to day one of, like, filming, because, like I said, again, I follow you on Twitter, and I know you were, very excited about the whole process, the writing, the getting stuff together, pre-production, everything. Take us to, like, day one, how you were feeling, and just give us a little idea of how this whole process worked for you.
Yeah, no, it just was it's all a process, man. Just, you write it, you try to find the money, you shoot it, and then do it independently. You got to try to find to get distribution. Luckily, some people, gave us a shot, and they thought we had potential, at least commercially. And they, Image Entertainment picked up our film last June. And, we had a very limited theatrical run, just kind of based in L.A. And then we, premiered on BET December 18th, which was cool. They still replay it from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And, we came out on DVD on January 15th. So, all in all, it's been a couple-year process.
Cool. So, like, how does all this make you feel? Because, like I said, again, you've been there. You've been doing this from the beginning. Ever since picking up the pen and coming. First of all, conceiving the idea, and then now you're all the way. You got DVDs out now, and then like you said, you're on BET. How does that make you feel? Like, what are you feeling right now?
It's an amazing process. Just seeing, taking an idea, from start to completion is just, it's just a cool. It's a cool process, man, and just kind of be a part of it. So now, it's really a blessing. So many people have showed us love and checked us out. It was it's just a cool process, to see it from idea to completion. It's definitely a dream come true. And it's definitely a team effort. Everybody, all the crew and the cast, it really came all together. So, it's really a blessing.
Good, man. Like, once again, man, congratulations to you. Like I said, I do follow you on Twitter, and so congratulations to everything that you've been able to accomplish. It's definitely inspiration to me, as a beginning filmmaker and stuff like that. So I just want to publicly tell you congratulations for all that you're doing. So it's very, very cool. Very cool. Now let's jump into the web series. You have a web series out now called Almost 30. The second episode just premiered. Now tell us, what is the show about? What is the web series about?
Just wanted to kind of switch gears, man, and do something a little bit more lighter, have more fun with it. And, it's just a web series that we put together. Kind of talks about the struggles that, I've kind of went through, and a couple of my friends have kind of gone through, being, coming into your 30s and living in a big city. You look at your parents and you're like, damn, when they were my age, when they're 30, they, were married and had kids and had a house and, they had their thing together. And it's like, damn, I got an apartment, no kids, not married, you know what I mean? It just kind of like, it just kind of puts things in perspective. So, just kind of having fun with it, and just something that we can just work on consistently and just kind of practice our craft with,
Cool, definitely. Like I said, I can relate. Like I said, I'm 27, and I'm single, and I have an apartment or whatever, living on my own, just grinding it out. And my parents were my age. They had 2 kids, and they were married, and just doing the married life thing. So definitely was a big contrast between me and my parents. So I definitely can relate. So definitely. Where can folks check out the show?
Yeah, if you search Almost 30 on YouTube, it'll come up. And also, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/Cherry Entertainment. So you can find us there as well.
Awesome. Okay, guys, make sure y'all write that down so y'all can check it out and definitely support this brother. It's very important that we all support each other. So definitely supporting him in what he's doing. Now, what is the message that you have for those who are pursuing, the film industry, wanting to get out there, wanting to get their material out there to a big audience? What message or what words of inspiration do you have for those who are just trying to make it in this industry?
Really, the only advice I would say is just to do. Writers write, directors direct, editors edit, producers produce. So, that's what you want to do. Just take a shot and do it. The older you get, the more excuses and obstacles you're gonna have to overcome to kind of chase your dreams. So, when the timing is never right, it's never gonna be perfect. So, start it today. The day you waste will be a day further along into the process you could have been into.
Right. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's definitely much needed. I know I need to hear that. So definitely, guys, that's some good words of wisdom. Now, for those who want to, reach out to you, try to connect with you, how can they do that? How, like, you got Twitter, Facebook, how can they, reach out to you?
Yeah, all my stuff is pretty much Matthew A. Cherry, save for the YouTube channel, which is Cherry Entertainment. So, definitely search that and you'll find me.
Cool. Well, we'll wrap things up here. Karlton Says we do talk about a lot of things that are television, what's going on in the entertainment industry. And since this is a blog about television, I know you're a very busy man, but when you do have downtime, if you ever have any, are there any TV shows that you're watching? If so, what are your favorites?
Well, because we're doing this comedy web series, I'm kind of more in that space now. But, Parks and Rec is definitely probably my favorite show on TV right now. And then on the drama tip, obviously, I think, we all got to pay homage to Scandal.
Oh, yes.
Kind of rhymes we've been able to do. So, I would say in both of those spaces, those are my two that I'm really checking for. I also really like those House of Cards show on Netflix and that House of Lies show.
Oh, yeah.
On Showtime was pretty solid, too.
Yeah. Very, very great shows, very great shows. And by the way, we're doing this interview on a Thursday. Today is Scandal Thursday, so I will be checking it out at 10 o'clock on ABC. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Olivia Pope and the rest of the gang. So I'm excited. But yeah, definitely. Matthew, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us today. We really appreciate it. Again, congratulations to everything that you're doing. And, we just here at Karlton Says we wish you the best and all that you continue to do.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. All right, kids, we are wrapping it up for another edition of Karlton Says Real Talk. Thank you guys again for listening, and we will talk to you guys next time. Be blessed. Peace.